to another maths class. In today's maths class, we'll be talking about trigonometry. Trigonometry is a branch of mathematics that deals with angles, sides, or basically a triangle. Why? Because of the word tri. Tri means three. Three angles, three sides. So basically in this topic we'll be talking about triangles, and at the point we'll have a particular reference on right angle triangle. Now, what do I mean by triangle? A triangle is a shape that has three, from the word tri, three angles. Tri, three sides, three angles. Triangle, right angle. These are some types of triangle here. This is an equilateral triangle. All sides and angle are equal. This is an isosceles triangle. Just two sides and two angles are equal. This is a scalene triangle. Scalene triangle means that none of the sides and none of the angles are equal. A right angle triangle, it means that one of the side is at 90 degrees. Equilateral triangle, all sides are equal, all angles are equal. Isosceles triangle, just two sides and two angles are equal. Scalene triangle, none of the sides and none of the angles are equal. Then we have a right angle triangle. Yes, we also have some other type of triangles, obtuse, acute, and then reflex. But basically, we'll be dealing with these types of triangles under this topic, trigonometry. Everything that has to do with triangles we'll be talking about. Let's talk about angles, interior and exterior angles. Interior and exterior angles of a triangle. It's interior and exterior angles of a triangle. Our theorem number one would be that the sum of all the angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. All the three angles of a triangle will always give us 180 degrees. So this is the number one theorem we're going to talk about. Whether the angle is a scalene triangle, is an equilateral triangle, or is an isosceles triangle, all the sides, the sum total of the angles in that triangle must give us 180. Let's consider some questions here. Let's look at this analogy before the question. X, Y, Z. It means X plus Y plus Z must give us 180 degrees. Whether it's an isosceles, equilateral, or scalene, whatever, all the angles must give us 180 degrees. Let's consider some questions now. And the question is, the angles of a triangle are the angles of a triangle are x, Find the value of x in degrees and the other two angles. The angles of a triangle are this. A triangle always has three angles, and those three angles, they said, is x, 2x plus 3x, and everything must give us 180 degrees. So we want to find the value of x. This 6x equals 180 degrees. So x will be 180 degrees over 60. That will give us over 6. That will give us 30 degrees. So the value of s is 30 degrees. And the value of the other angles, x is 30 degrees, 2x will be 60 degrees, 3x will be 90 degrees. If we had all of this 150 plus 80, it must give us 180 degrees. All the sum of the three angles. Let's look at another question. Question is an isosceles triangle is such that each of the base angle is twice the vertical angle. An isosceles triangle is such that each of the base angles is twice the vertical angle. Is twice the vertical angle. Find the angles of the triangle. Find the angles of the triangle. How do we answer this question? An isosceles triangle is such that each of the base is twice. This is an isosceles triangle. Two of the sides are equal, and two of the angles are equal. So if this is 2x, this is 2x. Each of the base is twice the vertical. This is the vertical angle. This is x. If this is x, this will be 2x. Find the angle. Each of the base angle, these are the base angle, is twice. So if the vertical angle is x, the two angles at the base are 2x. So it means x plus 2x plus 2x will give us 180. X, the vertical angle, and then the two angles at the base. This will give us 5x equals 180 degrees. So x will be 180 degrees divided by 5. This should be 5. This should be 35. 5 in 18, 3, 15. That's 36. So x will give us 36. So the angles, x is 36. The first 2x is 72. And the second 2x is also 72 degrees. So the answers are 36 degrees, 72 degrees, 72 degrees. 72 is twice as much as 36. Twice. The base of the angle is twice the vertical angle. Right angle triangle of an acute angle in a right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, one of the acute angles is 20 degrees greater than the other. Find the angles of the triangle. Find the angles of the triangle. In a right angle triangle, one of the acute angles, that's the other two angles that are left, is 20 greater than the other. So if this is x, this will be 20 plus x, or x plus 20. Let's choose x plus 20. X plus 20. So what are the angles of the triangle? Since a right angle triangle, one of the angles is 90 degrees already. So we are left with 90 degrees. We are left with 90 degrees. So it means x, which is one of the angle, plus the one that is 20 degrees greater, we sum up to 90 degrees. We don't need to bother ourselves about this again. This is already 90. So these two will give us 90, because 90 plus 90 is 180. 90 plus 90 will give us 180. So we've already got 190, which is the right angle triangle. So let's go for the two acute angles that sum up to 90 degrees. This will give us x plus 20 equals 90. This 2x equals 90 minus 20 degrees. So 2x is 70. So x is 70 degrees over 2, which is 35 degrees. Now, the angles of the triangles now will now be 35. Then the x plus 20 will be 35 plus 20, which will be 55. And then the right angle triangle, which will be 90. These are the angles. If we add all of this together, 35 plus 55 plus 90. 35 plus 55, 90. 90 plus 90, that's 180 degrees. So the angles here, say find the angles of the triangle. This will be 35 degrees, while this will be 55 degrees. 35 plus 20 is 55 degrees. So we want to talk about exterior angle of a triangle. This will lead us to theorem 2. An exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two opposite angles of a triangle. An exterior angle A, B, C, D. An exterior angle X is equal to the sum of Y and Z. An exterior angle X, which is depicted as angle BCA. This angle X is equal to the sum of the two opposite angles Y plus Z. X is equal to Y plus Z. This is Z. An exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two opposite angles of a triangle. This is facing these two. So the sum of this will be equal to this plus this. Now if we have something like this, let's assume there's an extension this way. Let's say there's an extension this way. And then we have V. V, angle V will be Y plus W. V here will be equal to opposite angle Y plus W. Yx is Y plus Z. This X is Y plus Z. Let's look at some questions to buttress this theorem. Below, in the figure below, angle ABP equals 110 degrees, and DCP equals 163 degrees. Calculate BPC. So let's draw. We have something like this. We have P here, we have B, and we have A rather. There's A, there's B, there's C, and there's D. We say ABP. ABP this way is 110, while DCP is 163. Calculate BPC. So we are looking for this. Let's call this X. How do we do this? We must know that angle on a straight line is the sum is 180 degrees. So let's call this Z. Let's call this Z. So to find our Z, 163 plus Z equals 180. Angle on a straight line equals 180. Angle on a straight line equals 180. So to find our Z here, it will be 180 degrees minus 163 degrees. That will give us 17 degrees. So that means here is 17 degrees. Now we are looking for angle BPC, this one. And we have said it earlier that an exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two sides that are opposite. So we need to, we've got this, we can as well get this. How do we get this? Let's call this Y. Y will be equal to 180 minus 180 minus 110. That will give us 70 degrees, if I'm right there. So we've got this, we've got this. How do we get this? This can either be 163 is equal to Y plus X, or we'll say 110 degrees is equal to X plus Z. We will get the same answer this way. How do we do that? How do we do that? 163 degrees equals Y plus X, or 110 equals X plus Z. Now we already have our X. Let's start with this. 163 degrees equals, looking for X. S is either 163 minus Z, which is 163 degrees minus Z is 17. This will give us 93 degrees. Or we come this, or we come this way. We come this way and we say X is the same thing as 110. We use this method, minus Z, and that's 110 minus what is Z? So 163 minus Y. y. Y here is 70, that's 93. Then z, 163 minus z, which is z is 17 degrees. 110 minus 17, this will be 393. So either we want to use this external angle to find the sum total of this, or want to use this external angle to find the sum total of this, we are going to arrive at the same answer. Is either 163 is equal to y plus x, the two opposite angles facing it, or 110 is equal to x plus y, the two x plus z, the two angles facing it. This law states that an exterior angle is equal to the sum total of the two interior angles opposite to it facing it. Look at another question. In this figure, find m. In this figure, find m. What's the figure? Yeah, something like this. How do we get this m? This is a triangle, but it's a distorted triangle. So we make it a complete one. You can call it W. So we have two triangles here. We have X, Y, W. We also have something like W, Z. We can call it maybe V or something. Now, the angle here, which we can call W, is external to this, triangle. So W here will be equal to 22 and something that is here that we can call V. Let's look for W. Angle W will be 180 degrees minus 90 minus 33 degrees. That will give us that will be 90 minus 33. $77. So angle here will be 67. 90 minus 33. 7, 8, 57. So W will be 57. Now, having got 57, we are looking for M. Now, M is on a straight line that comprises M and V. How do we get V? 57 degrees, which is W degrees, will be equal to 22 degrees plus V. Exterior angle is equal to the sum total of the two opposite angles. V degree will be 57 minus 22, and that will give us 57, 22, 5, 35. That will give us 35 degrees. So V here is 35 degrees. Now it's very easy to look for M. How do we get M? Angle on a straight line, M plus V equals 180 degrees. Angle on a straight line is 180. Total sum of an angle on a straight line is 180 degrees. And this is 180 degrees. This is a straight line. And on this straight line we have M and V. So M will be 180 degrees minus whatever V was, or V is. V is 35 degrees. And V, that will be 180 minus 35. This is 5, this is 7, this is 145 degrees. 145 degrees. External angle is equal to the sum total of the two opposite internal angles that are facing it. So sometimes to get external angles, it might not be very easy as we have seen here. You have to look for one angle before we get to the other. Question before we call it a day. ABC is an isosceles triangle. ABC is an isosceles triangle with its base BC, line BC produced to D. So if A equals 75 degrees, that's angle A equals 75 degrees, calculate angle ACD. Calculate angle ACD. We have a triangle like this. ABC is an isosceles triangle with its base BC. So this base will be is BC. This is B. This is C. Then this will be A. They said BC, line BC is prolonged to D. So this is what we have. Then if A is 75 degrees, calculate ACD. That's this external angle. This external angle. We call this B angle. We call this, let's call this maybe YZ. Now in an isosceles triangle, there are two angles. The two angles are equal. ABC is an isosceles triangle with its base belongs to D. If A is 75, then what is this? So this tells us that Y plus Z plus 75 will give us 180, because the sum total of an angle of angles in a triangle is 180. And these are equal because they are isosceles triangle. So let's say Y equals Z. So we can say 2Y equals 180 minus 75, because 2Y plus 75 will give us 180. So what is Y? 105. 2Y will give us 105. Then Y will be 105 divided by 2. That should be 52.5 degrees. So it means Y is 52.5 degrees, Z is 52.5 degrees. Now, how do we get this angle ACD? Angle ACD, which is an external angle, is either equal to 75 degrees plus Y, or angle on a straight line, which is 180 degrees minus Z. ACD is either equal to, we'll say 180 angle on a straight line, 180 minus Z, or external angle is equal to the sum total of the two angles facing it. Any of the two will give us ACD. ACD equals 75 degrees plus 52.5, or 180 minus this. So 75 plus 52, that's 127.5. Or Z, what is it? 180 minus 52.5. 180 minus 52.5, 59721, 127.5 degrees. So we can see that we arrived at the same answer. We are given this. We told it's an isosceles triangle, so the two base angles are equal. So we have y plus z, y and z. Y and z are equal, so it's either called yy or zz. So 2y will be 180 minus 75, which is 105 degrees. 105 degrees. And that y will give us 52.5. Now, once y is 52.5, z will also be 52.5. So to get ACD, we can either say sum total of 75 plus y, which are two interior angles facing the exterior angle, or we say angle on a straight line, which is 180 degrees, 180 minus z, and which z is 52.5. We've come to the end of today's class. This is the beginning of trigonometry, and we have some interesting topics and subtopics to discuss under this issue. Thank you for your time. Please share, subscribe, and like, so that these lessons can be helpful to other students.